Hey folks, this is William with All Solar Texas. I just got done checking out the new movie called Homestead. Me and my family, we heard about it. It's produced by Angel Studios, which is the same company that produces the popular series The Chosen. Our family is a big supporter and a huge fan of the Chosen series, and so the Angel Studios production line has just been pumping out some really good content. The movie Homestead, though, when I saw that trailer, that really got me engaged. Why? If you haven't seen it, sorry, stop right here because there's going to be some potential spoilers that I might reveal. Most likely it's not going to be intentional, but I just get going and you never know what happens. But Homestead is really about what happens after the collapse of the US government. So there is some kind of weapon that goes off. We're not quite sure if it's a nuclear bomb or whatever it is, or if it's just a biological agent, but the US has been attacked by a terrorist, and it's been a large-scale coordinated attack with multiple countries, multiple enemy countries at play here. Russia completely takes out the US grid. China and some other countries are behind the actual explosion and some of the devastation and the fallout from using whatever weapon it is that they end up using in that movie. But what drew me to this movie is the preparedness. This whole entire premise, this whole entire storyline is about a family and multiple families that have spent years preparing for just such an event, whether or not it's a large-scale cyber attack like we see in the movie where Russia conducts a cyber attack and takes out the grid, or whether or not it's a terrorist attack, which we also see where a bomb goes off and completely devastates parts of these really large metro areas. Whatever the case is, it's about survival. Now, there's a lot of other movies and a lot of other shows out there that explore this concept, but what I like about this concept is its focus on the prepper mentality and then the moral issue, the moral struggle between what do you do with your neighbors who didn't prepare. So if you are a household that takes a lot of initiative and prepares, stores food, dry goods, powdered milk, has solar energy, has batteries, is doing everything that you can to protect your family from some kind of massive catastrophe that takes down society. What happens when your friends, your family, and your neighbors have not taken those same provisions and they come knocking at the door? This is a very, very real thing to be thinking about. You could be prepared as you want to be. You can invest in dried goods, in solar and electricity, batteries, and all sorts of things. But if you don't have ammo and ammunition and a way to defend it, or if you don't have enough people that are military age to defend that homestead for you, there's just going to be someone that comes along ultimately and is bigger, faster, has more ammunition, better trained, and they're just going to take it from you. So it really is this moral quandary of how much do we just allow for ourselves? How much of these provisions do we hoard and do we keep for ourselves? How suspicious are we going to be of the outside world as they come to the gates and want help and want support? And then that whole moral issue about what am I, especially if you are a Christian, we're Christians, how much of that do we want to open up compassionately and give people out of our own abundance, out of our own planning, out of our own love for them as we minister to them and as we want to open the door and take care of our neighbors. It's a very real discussion that many families, I'm sure, have had and many probably need to have. The bottom line is this: whether or not you are wealthy and you can afford this big, large compound like in the movie, or if you're just an average homeowner and you just want to take precautions and steps to help protect and provide for your family in the event of even a short-term outage or a long-term outage or some kind of destabilization of the grid, destabilization of the markets, something like the pandemic that we saw where there was a mad rush to the Costco and the big stores, Walmart and grocery store, and we were just out of things. The shelves were stripped bare. These are all things that can really happen, that in my opinion will happen. Again, it's just a matter of time. But the duration is really what we're up against. Will it take 2 weeks for society to restore order and to rebalance things, or will it take months or possibly years in a huge catastrophe? So this movie does a great job exploring all of that. It layers in not just the fundamentals and the practicality that goes into prepping and the prepper mindset, a lot of the things that you can start to do yourself. These are not things that are going to take a huge amount of money or a big, large investment. They're little things that you can start with. Solar panels, adding batteries later, if that's something that you want to explore. Energy independence, having a greenhouse, collecting seeds, having non-perishable food on hand. These are all things that you could slowly scale in preparation for this type of global event or this type of local event. If you have any questions or any interest in doing what you can now just to start that prepping mentality, just to kickstart that prepping investment, reach out to us. Reach out to All Solar Texas. We do work with a lot of people in the rural elements, people in small towns, small cities that just want to be better prepared. We help come in, design an affordable system for you. Reach out to us, give us a call. That's just my initial review. I'm sure that there's going to be other people that are going to be posting reviews and have other comments. But let me know if you've seen the movie or if you plan to see the movie and what you think about this movie. All right. Thank you so much, and God bless.